Hello everyone, welcome to back my channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before starting the video, please go ahead and hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. WWE is set to host the second edition of Evolution this weekend in Atlanta. It will be a historic event dedicated to the women's division. Therefore, it becomes an important show not only for WWE, but also for the female stars across all eras. Hence, a WWE icon might make her return this Sunday, perhaps after a major announcement by Aldis on SmackDown tonight. Mickie James could make her highly anticipated return at Evolution. Her last match in WWE was the Women's Royal Rumble match, which took place on January 29, 2022. Despite some on-screen appearances in recent times, James has not competed in the WWE ring since then. Therefore, she could make her much-awaited in-ring return after 1261 days at the all-woman PLE. Currently, all the women's titles on the main roster are being defended at the event, except for the Women's United States title held by Giulia. Therefore, Aldis could announce that the Beautiful Madness would defend her title in an open challenge against a surprise opponent at Evolution. This surprise opponent could be revealed as Mickie James during the show. A clash with a WWE icon would give a major spotlight to Giulia at the big show, further fueling her momentum ahead of WWE SummerSlam. Moreover, Mickie James happens to be the wife of SmackDown GM Aldis. Therefore, the veteran is on good terms with WWE. She even appeared during WWE's LFG show earlier this year to mentor the talents. Additionally, considering the fact that James was a part of WWE's first-ever Evolution PLD, there is a high possibility that she could appear for the second edition as well. Nonetheless, it is just speculation at the moment. Mickie James has been one of the trailblazers of the women's revolution in WWE. She is known for her incredible character work and amazing in-ring skills in the world of professional wrestling. If Aldis brings James back for Evolution, it could open the door for her full-time run in the company. The chances of it happening are pretty high, considering that WWE's next PLD after this weekend will be SummerSlam. It will be the first ever two-night edition of the show, and the company is expected to feature some high-profile matches on the card. Therefore, they need a lot of top stars to fill the show. As a result, WWE could keep Mickie James actively involved for a while, perhaps up until SummerSlam in the women's division. The veteran could compete in the mid-card division on SmackDown against stars like Giulia and Chelsea Green for another entertaining run in the company. That said, the angle is entirely speculative. It will be interesting to see if Mickie James comes back this weekend. If she does, the WWE women's division will see a seismic shift ahead of SummerSlam. WWE is no stranger to jaw-dropping returns, surprise match announcements, or long-awaited comebacks that shake the wrestling world to its core. However, as Evolution draws nearer, speculation is rapidly mounting that one of the most iconic names in WWE history could be returning after a staggering 1261 days away from in-ring action. This shocking possibility is gaining even more traction following a pivotal decision by SmackDown General Manager Aldis, which has fueled whispers of a blockbuster Evolution title match that could redefine the legacy of women's wrestling in WWE. Fans have already begun buzzing across social media platforms as clues begin to stack up suggesting that the former multi-time champion, who hasn't wrestled since early 2022, may be making a thunderous return at the all-women's premium live event. If this happens, it would not only mark the legend's first match in over 3 years, but could also lead directly into a dream showdown for championship gold on one of the most empowering and emotionally charged stages WWE has ever produced. The timing, the energy, and the recent movements from within WWE management all seem to be aligning in a way that leaves many wondering if this is more than just speculation. It could be reality. The speculation began to grow louder after Aldis made a critical decision to vacate one of the top titles on SmackDown's women's roster, following an injury to a current champion. While the injured star is expected to recover eventually, Aldis made it clear that Evolution needs to be headlined by a marquee bout, and that the title cannot be left inactive for months. The announcement sent shockwaves through the locker room, and Aldis further hinted that a former WWE champion could be stepping back into the spotlight to challenge for the newly vacant title. Although he did not mention a name, many insiders believe that he was subtly referring to one of WWE's most beloved female legends who has not been seen in a WWE reign for 1261 days. With Evolution known for celebrating the legacies of past and present female superstars, the timing seems almost too perfect to ignore. The identity of the rumored returning legend has become a hot topic of conversation among both fans and insiders. Many believe it could be AJ Lee, who retired from in-ring action back in 2015, but has continued to be a vocal presence in the women's wrestling landscape. However, given the 1261-day time frame, another name fits the timeline more precisely: Trish Stratus. Stratus last competed at SummerSlam 2019 in a match against Charlotte Flair, but she made a surprise return to WWE programming in early 2023 before going back into hiatus following her program with Becky Lynch. If WWE is preparing to pull off another legendary return, Evolution could be the perfect stage to do so, especially if the title stakes are high and the opponent is one of today's top stars. Bringing back a Hall of Famer like Stratus would not only elevate the event, but instantly boost ticket sales, viewership, and mainstream media attention. Another name being floated around is Sasha Banks, now known as Mercedes Moné in AEW. While her contract status remains murky, there's been chatter about a potential WWE return for months, particularly after Triple H openly stated he'd never close the door on bringing her back. The 1261-day time frame doesn't exactly align with Banks' last WWE match, but given the company's tendency to blur timelines for narrative purposes, she could still fit into the mystery return slot. If WWE can pull off a reconciliation with Banks, Evolution would be the most appropriate and impactful place to showcase her return. Not only would it signify the mending of fences between WWE and one of its former top stars, but it would also add major credibility to a championship match that needs star power. But perhaps the most compelling theory revolves around none other than Ronda Rousey. While Rousey officially left to WWE in 2023 after a lackluster final run, rumors have circulated about her willingness to return for a one-time match if the stakes and platform were right. Evolution, being an all-women's event that historically emphasizes trailblazing performers, would provide the perfect canvas for Rousey to reintroduce herself to the WWE universe. Furthermore, with her UFC ties and massive crossover appeal, a title match involving Rousey would attract mainstream buzz and potentially lure in new viewers, aligning perfectly with WWE's broader marketing goals for Evolution. The possibilities don't end there. The buzz around a returning icon has also led fans to revisit the status of Lita, who made sporadic appearances in recent years and was last seen in early 2023. Though she suffered a storyline injury at the hands of damaged CTRL, Lita has reportedly been training and keeping herself in shape. If WWE were to bring her back for a major match, it would certainly be framed as a feel-good comeback story, one that could culminate in her capturing gold one final time. Such a narrative would deeply resonate with longtime fans and newer audiences alike, reinforcing WWE's commitment to honoring legends while promoting new talent. Nick Aldis' recent comments have added more fuel to the fire. During a backstage interview on SmackDown, Aldis stated that Evolution would feature generational clashes, unprecedented matchups, and possibly the most historic title bout in years. The phrasing immediately caught the attention of fans and journalists, with many interpreting it as a tease for a veteran versus rising star encounter. He even went as far as saying that the WWE Universe should prepare for a surprise that will break the internet, suggesting something of significant magnitude is being kept under wraps. While WWE is known for building hype, the specificity of Aldis' wording suggests that whatever is being planned is not your average return. It's something monumental. The decision to possibly place a returning legend in a title match at Evolution is not just about nostalgia. It's strategic. WWE has been making concerted efforts to legitimize the women's division on the same level as the men's, and part of that effort involves blending past achievements with current momentum. By putting a Hall of Famer or former top star in a high-profile match, WWE underscores the long-term evolution of its women's roster while simultaneously offering marquee value. This approach worked wonders during the first Evolution event in 2018 and could repeat that success this time around if the mystery return does indeed happen. Who would be the ideal opponent from today's roster? Several names come to mind. Bayley, fresh off her WrestleMania victory and recent heel turn, could provide a compelling storyline foil to a returning icon. The dynamic of Bayley, the manipulative veteran of today, facing off against a legend from the past, would create a generational war that writes itself. Another option is Io Shirai, whose in-ring style would mesh incredibly well with a returning icon like AJ Lee or Lita, and whose credibility as a former champion would lend legitimacy to the bout. Another intriguing candidate is Bianca Belair. Her athleticism, charisma, and reputation as one of WWE's biggest female stars make her an ideal representative of the present generation. A match between Belair and someone like Trish Stratus or Ronda Rousey would be a dream clash of eras and could headline the Evolution card with ease. WWE could even go the triple threat route to protect the returning legend from taking a full singles loss while still putting on a main event caliber match. This format has worked well in the past and offers more flexibility in storytelling. It's also worth noting the atmosphere that WWE has been creating in recent weeks. With vignettes showing old footage of Evolution 2018, subtle camera focuses on empty titles, and commentary teams name-dropping iconic female wrestlers, the groundwork is clearly being laid for a massive surprise. These hints haven't gone unnoticed, and the speculation has only intensified. If WWE is indeed teasing a return after 1261 days, it could very well be the biggest women's comeback since Trish Stratus' return in 2019 or Lita's resurgence in 2022. Ultimately, WWE thrives on moments. The return of a beloved icon for a title match at Evolution would be a moment that transcends wrestling. It would honor the legacy of women's wrestling while igniting a new chapter in the evolution of WWE's female division. It would captivate fans across generations, garner headlines in both sports and entertainment media, and provide a storyline that could extend well beyond Evolution itself. The decision by Nick Aldis to vacate a top title has opened the door for something massive. And if the rumors are true, the WWE Universe could be witnessing one of the most unforgettable returns in modern wrestling history as the days tick down to Evolution. All eyes are on WWE for confirmation. Will a legendary figure really step back into the ring after 1261 days? Will Evolution be the platform for another seismic shift in WWE's women's division? And most importantly, will Nick Aldis' bold move to shake up the championship landscape pay off with one of the most iconic matches in years? The answers are coming, and if the clues are to be believed, the WWE Universe is in for a moment of pure magic, the kind that will be talked about for generations to come. Thanks for watching this video, and please subscribe our WWE official YouTube channel for more update news.